back for another enthralling episode of me messing about with these Death Guard. Thankfully, we're almost done. So, decided, well, that's way too bright, isn't it? Decided I'm going to do some messing with some verdigris. Now that's a bit bright for my liking. So I'm going to deal with it probably straight away. Alright, let's see. Hello, Bacon Medic. Nice. I'm doing alright. Admittedly, I wouldn't mind finishing these off, but I keep deciding to do some more to them. I was prepared to call them finished. I'm going to verdigris up my Death Guard. See how they look when they're dried. I don't think it'll be this bright once it's dried. Yeah, thanks. I'm sure you could though. They've been quite low effort. And I'm just kind of messing with them now. Let's see how much crap I can add to them. We were messing about with rusts the other day, and not all of them have got the rust paint, so I've also got to mess about with them as well. As I say, they have been relatively low skill. Now, I don't think I want the inside of that visor to have this on it, but we'll leave it like that for a minute. I'll take it off, take it away as needed. So I'm just going to dot this around, grab another one, do the same, and hopefully this one would have dried out a teeny bit. We can see what it's going to semi look like. I'll just use some white spirits to take it off in a bit if I need to. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so we'll leave him like that for a sec. Bloody raptors. I've actually still got raptors to do. More raptors. I thought I was finished with raptors, but he dropped me off a command squad the other day, or heroes. Since then, though, I've been painting Custodians. I did a bunch of Imperial Guard. Is that everything? I'm not sure. Done quite a few. These I'm just doing for me for fun because they've been sat on the side for so long. And we were playing Killteam the other day, and my mate used his Death Guard and they weren't painted, so I thought if he wants to play Death Guard again and he wants to play painted ones, he can use these. But yeah, busy, constantly painting. Right, don't want to do too much on this guy. He's my favourite one. I like the grenade guy. Are you two friends? I don't think I've ever seen two people actually know each other and speak to each other during a stream. Indeed, welcome. I think Art's pushing it. Me prating about is a bit closer. Skiving from painting things that I'm supposed to paint. Yeah, it is. It's turquoise lights, which is like one of the AK. Was it one of the 502s? Yeah, it's turquoise lights by 502, but then I've mixed it because they do a non sci-fi sort of one as well. Which is a patina, I think. Yeah, copper oxide. I just mix them together because turquoise lights is a bit too bright, and the patina's a bit too pale. So I've given them a mix together. Thought we'd mess about. Most of these, to be honest, I've just done things completely differently to how I normally do it. I've just been trying to rush them essentially. Yeah, I really like the 502 stuff. I know friends who just use standard oils, but they say that theirs takes an absolute age to dry, but the 502 seems to dry really fast, especially if I blast it with a hairdryer. Oh, I think I just prematurely answered your question. Yeah, I've got friends who literally like said, "Oh yeah, I just did like an oil wash," and it's like a week later, and it's still wet. And I'm like, "Cool, I've applied like 50 coats today, and I'm now painting over it again." So right, I'm gonna let these dry, and then we're gonna take it off to a certain point anyway. Because if it looks shit, I'm gonna take it off pretty much all of it. So I find that a pre-heresy colour scheme for these guys can look a bit boring, so hence adding as many different colours as possible. You guys know each other in real life or just through social media? Discord. Is that Tabletop Simulator? I like PayPal as an option there. Right, I feel like this might be a bit too bright. Oh, actually, just looking at me in the background there where it started to settle, that doesn't look too bad. Probably I'm going to wick it out of his eyes though. Ah, I see. Yeah, I have a few people that I have to print their stuff for them. The printers are silent at the moment. Right, so looking at these chaps, there's a couple that I've still got to go through, clean up a bunch of the rust, because I was using Dirty Down just for funds the other day. Yeah, what sort of printer is he using? Oh, I had literally my printer downstairs is one of the OG monos. I don't use it anymore because I don't have the space to have it up here with. I've got a, what is it, Saturn 12K Ultra, is it, or something? I can't remember what it is now. It's a switchy. And my mono is my backup. It's downstairs in a box. Mono X, was it? I can't remember what the original one was. thought of just buying a replacement plate. Yeah, I think I had one on one of my older printers where I had to just make sure I never put anything on that part of the build plate. It would always fail. Back in the day, I used to see people like essentially sanding down their plates, which I always thought was funny. I don't know if that's a thing that's done anymore. I found it very strange moving over to the Saturn because it's got a self-leveling plate, and the plate doesn't even actually come out of the vat properly. The vat moves first. The vat moves down. I was completely freaked out by it, but it works very well. It's hella fast, and detail-wise, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember picking up a replacement screen for my mono, and it was like a stupid price. Probably could have bought a new printer for it nowadays. And then it turned out that I didn't actually need to. My screen was fine, so that's why I've got a spare one. I'm sure it will come in handy at some point. Right, almost at the point where I can go back and look at the ones I've just done and see what sort of state they're in. Not sure why I put some of that into that skull's eyeball. What is that? Council vehicle outside. You can hear that. That is not me. That is the council pulling up outside in a lorry of some description. Right. Really haven't paid any attention to where this has really been going, but right, let's chuck him down. Let's get some scrappy stuff out. Right. This is Matey that was done first. He doesn't actually look too bad. I am going to take some of it away. Or at least spin it. So it's actually dried okay around the rivets. Not like super bright. So I'll fill those holes back in on his helmet later, but that's fine. Could have been a text message meeting. Who the hell did I do next? think it really matters. Okay, so this guy is actually not so bad either. In fact, I'm not even really going to do anything to him. Okay, fine. This has gone way too well so far. Oh, you have to bear with me a second. Apparently, I've got a phone call I have to take. 2 secs. Oh, that was funny. Nothing like getting a random phone call in the middle of things. I had to answer it just in case it was like my school, kids' school or something. I haven't done any Titans in ages, and I've got a whole bunch that need cleaning up. Ugh, I need to sort this guy's purple, like, cowly bit out and stuff. I've just left it for a minute. He's also got a face, I think, under there, a chin or something that needs doing. I was hoping that these guys were finished, but annoyingly they haven't just auto-finished themselves. Yeah, I made the mistake of going with the Legio Furians. So I've been hand painting flames on all of my Titans, black flames, wiggly flames on all of my Titans. So yellow plus hand painted flames was not a good idea. Just when I put some on this part of his pauldrons. Apparently not. No, he's fine as well. Right. Okay, I really did expect to have to do a lot of cleanup on this. Have a good one. Thankfully, I don't have to touch my printers. I finished printing a bunch of stuff off for people a couple of days ago, so I haven't been asked for anything else recently, which is always good because I am terrible at remembering to get it done. I didn't put any up there either. Oh, I have missed some on some bits. Since this is all going to have to be sealed up, I might as well, when I finish messing about, get out that horribly smelly dirty down rust and rusty up some of the metals. And then once that's done, I can actually mess with it, because I'm not a fan of this at all. This is the dirty down. I am not a fan of what that's done. Apart from the fact that I can't even see the bronze on the bottom there, it's just blue. I'm going to take that off. Right. While that's drying, let's get that smelly dirty down rust out here. I'll soak up that white spirit as well. That's stinking. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. I need somewhere to put this, which I don't really. I know I'll use this. Incredibly high tech. Definitely not just a post-it. Blob. At least I can just throw that away. Ew, yuck. Alright, now, don't. Oh, it stinks. Absolutely stinks. Whoever thought it was a good idea to like tell people that painted minis to use dirty down, well, it was not designed for that. It's just wrong. Smells, it's toxic. Like, hang on, where's that bottle? Flammable. It's super stinky. That's a big trade bottle as well, so it's going to last me forever. It's just grim. I only actually really use it on terrain. I don't ever really put it on minis, so I thought I would with this. Apparently my live has been restricted for some audiences. Your live is not eligible recommendation and restricting search results for the next 10 minutes because you may be promoting a brand, product or service. This restriction once you turn on the content disclosure settings. Love it. So my live's been restricted just because I showed dirty down rust off. Okay. Oh my god. I don't know if you would accidentally lick this brush. I think you'd notice. I don't ever put. I put my brush in my mouth all the time. I never do it with enamel, and I haven't done it with this. This is just smells that gross. I do love how I've now got a restricted live stream though. That's quite funny. Like, it didn't do it when I showed the Abdullah 502 colours off, so why would it do it for the dirty down rust? Did it do anything on screen? I assumed it was just my end. Oh, random. Yeah, I wonder why it did that for the Rust, but it didn't do it for the Absalom 502 bottles. Maybe it's because there was a flammable symbol and like maybe it's something to do with that. Yeah, it just said that my live's been restricted. Won't be like promoted out to anyone or some crap, I don't know. Told me off for vaping before. Then I think the video might have been like something to do with, maybe it was, I hadn't set it to adult content or something like that, I can't remember. I think it's told me off for swearing before as well. Right. I don't think this guy's got anything that I can make rusty. Oh, he does have a little pipe down there. But do they think it was like a real gun or something? Which is even weirder since like I can watch people shooting guns on TikTok all the time. Or am I thinking of reels? What was that message? I'll try and make a mental note to check that later. Oh my god, I think the Space Wolf boxes have just arrived. I'll be right back. UPS have just rocked up. I want to go and see if that's. I want to see if that's anything good. 2 secs. I am back. Back. Apparently, GW were super quick in dispatching stuff, and I just got our Space Wolf stuff. Or some of our Space Wolf stuff's just arrived. So now I have to wonder if I want to do a... Shall I have a look? Yeah, the new Space Wolves Army box. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to unbox it. I think I will, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 30 down. Get this 30 down done. I'll stop the live and then I'll come back because I've got crap all over the table. And I did have people complaining at me when I did a Kill Team Blood and Zeal unbox because they were like, "Oh, what are you doing opening that early?" Blah 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 blah. But I'm allowed to. I'm not under any NDA. I just can't talk about pricing or sell it early. They've only ever got us to remove things from social media once, and that's back when Aeronautica came out and they sent us a box way too early. No, they hadn't even said that it was coming out for pre-order. And we stuck some pics up on Facebook and we got a phone call like within a couple hours saying like, can you please take that off? We weren't supposed to send you that. Yeah, and that's probably why we didn't actually get in any trouble for it. They have always said that we're allowed to promote things as soon as we get them. We're just not allowed to discuss price or take pre-orders for anything until the actual official dates. And obviously 100% will not be showing off any of the content of the codex. Yeah, shop's alright. We're going into Pokemon cards, so there's only so much you can kind of make them just selling paints and predominantly 40k or GW stuff. Right, let's squish that over there. Okay, who was the first one that got done? Ooh, banged. So mess with this rust later. We'll use some actual texture stuff instead, not just the like flat, dirty down rust. Yeah, it's come out. That's pretty cool. I say they are just literally. I keep saying it, but they are super low effort. It's just a whole bunch of shit just slapped down. So I will probably seal them up later, and then because that dirty down will literally just reactivate as soon as it gets wet. Seal them down later, and then touch up maybe some of the metallics where we've splattered over them, and then call them done. Probably. I think I've invested enough time in them. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna tidy up, put all my crap away, and then what time is it now? I will schedule myself for 1 o'clock to probably mess about. Take a look at some sprues. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Right, I'll be back at about 1 o'clock, hopefully with this Space Wolf box to open up. Laters.